We live in a world today where there are so many people who are battling deep pain and trauma, suffering from self-doubt, having lack of worthiness, poor relationships, lack of abundance in their lives. And all of this suffering is coming about because we don't invest the time and the energy that we need to put into our self-growth and to our healing. This process of self-discovery and growth and healing is a path that I've been on since I was a child, and I'm always looking for new ways for me to go deeper and to experience more and to understand myself more. I've experimented and experienced so many different healing modalities, but there was one item on my list that I had not done yet. It was something that I was aware of, but for some reason I was resisting the journey, resisting the experience, and so it kind of sat in the back of my mind for many, many years. And that was going on a spiritual journey through a healing plant or a medicine plant known as San Pedro. So some of you may know its sister plant, which is ayahuasca. So these plants have been around for thousands and thousands of years, and they've been used as a means and a tool to go really deep within ourselves to discover the absolute core of who we are and the core of that pain that we have been carrying around beyond the story, beyond that little surface story that we tell ourselves. So a friend of mine told me that she was going on a San Pedro journey for a weekend, and finally I was ready and I was so excited and I signed up, and I was there 3 days ago over the weekend, and I have to tell you, it was one of the most powerful, transformative and beautiful experiences that I have ever done. During the 2-day ceremony, I experienced the most beautiful, endless, deep, connected insights and expression of love that I've probably ever experienced in my life before. And what I wanted to share with you today was 2 of the most profound insights that I was blessed enough to receive from the San Pedro medicine plant. So for the last couple of months, I've had this incredible, magical feeling inside of me, and I wasn't able to grasp it. I wasn't able to define it. And being a writer, this really frustrated me because I use words. Words are a part of my living. And I just couldn't frame it. I couldn't capture it. I could feel it, but I didn't know what it was. So about 2 hours into my journey, this feeling came up for me again. And I thought, right, let's look at this. And it took me a while, and I looked at it, and I finally realized it was happiness. And which really made me laugh, because I thought, well, that's not possible. I mean, I'm 40 years old. Surely I've experienced happiness, throughout my lifetime. I'm a mother. Surely I've experienced happiness with my child so many times during my life. Surely I've experienced that happiness. And so I looked deeper and I looked beyond that. And what I got was, in the past, I wasn't necessarily experiencing happiness, but rather the absence of fear. So if I looked around my life, if there were no threats, the bills were paid, my daughter was happy and healthy and protected, if there was no stress occupying my mind or my life, then there was nothing to fear, there was nothing to worry about. And in the absence of that fear, I interpreted it as happiness. But this weekend, I truly got to experience and embody and absolutely embrace what true happiness was. So I thought about that a lot. And I thought, well, if I was misinterpreting the feeling of happiness as a lack of fear, what else have I been misinterpreting? What else have I not been embodying 100%? And here's the thing, as human beings, we have this enormous range, this enormous capacity of feelings, right? And we have the extreme anguish and grief and the extreme ecstasy of joy. We tend to stay in the middle. We kind of dip into sadness, but that's really uncomfortable, so we come back. And we dip into happiness, but we're kind of afraid about the happiness because it might leave us. And so we kind of stay in the safe zone. And what I really saw during this journey of mine is how we limit ourselves by being too afraid to embody the full range of emotions that are available to us and that are available for us to experience during our human lifetimes. So I thought about that even more. And I thought about all the range of emotions that we have as humans. And then I thought about love. And I thought, well, had I really experienced love? Or was it just the lack of loneliness and companionship that I interpreted as love? I thought about respect, and I thought, did I truly feel a deep sense of respect for my fellow brothers and sisters on this planet? Or was it just the lack of me being challenged by them, of my mindsets being challenged, my beliefs being challenged, my actions, my thoughts, my choices? I thought about peace, and I thought, did I truly embody and feel and surrender to peace? Or was it just the absence of drama and anger? I looked at acceptance and I thought, what is the gap between true acceptance and what I was feeling? And I thought so many times I sacrificed who I was, my truth, my voice, in order to be accepted. But was that true acceptance? I thought about freedom and I thought, what was that gap? And I saw that that was truly just a lack of responsibility. Those moments when I shirked my responsibilities, when I didn't feel like being responsible in my life, I interpreted that as freedom. So what I really saw this weekend is that I was not truly embodying, surrendering, and accepting the full capacity of my emotions. Because as humans, we're afraid to live fully. We're afraid to participate. We're afraid to truly love in case we lose that love. We are afraid of so many things. And the saddest part of it is that we're afraid of our own truth, our own emotions, our own experience as humans. So I really invite you to write down the emotions of your life, of the experience of you, of yourself. Write them down and ask yourself if you are truly stepping into that emotion, or are you telling yourself that that is what you're feeling simply because you want to avoid the lack of truth, the lack of fear, the lack of acceptance. It is a powerful, beautiful realization. And when we give ourselves permission to just surrender and to accept and to embody everything that is you, then we live a more authentic life, a more peaceful life, and a more joyful life. The second realization that I'd like to share with you guys was actually at the end of the ceremony, where all the participants came together and we did some beautiful breath work, and there was a lot of emotional release that took place for everybody in the group. And as I heard people voicing their grief, letting that grief out, what I saw so beautifully was how that is a gift to me. Because when you have the courage to heal yourself, to grow yourself, to know yourself, and to step fully into your power and to step fully into this world, you gift me the opportunity for me to do the same. So for every single person on this planet who is rising above their circumstances, their past, their history, their story, their fears, every single time somebody embodies themselves and becomes more and more healthy and authentic, it raises the vibration of this entire planet, and it helps all of us heal that much easier. And so what I really got on such a deep soul level was how grateful I am for every single person on this planet, because we are all so beautifully connected and so reliant on each other for healing and for love. And I wish I could fully share that experience with you, how when we get below the story, below the mental stories, the judgments, the fears, the separations between gender and race and culture and all the crap that kind of keeps us separated and keeps our hearts closed, when we can drop below that and we can truly get to the beautiful heart center that connects each and every single one of us, we experience other people on such a more beautiful level. And the drama goes away, the stories go away. And when we can gift other people with the opportunity for them to share their heart without fear, with true vulnerability, we allow ourselves to do the same thing. And in this way, we are going to truly heal our planet. We are going to truly heal ourselves. So those are just two of the beautiful, beautiful insights that I got on this journey. And thank you so much to the San Pedro medicine plant. And it's obviously called a medicine plant for a very specific reason, because it is healing on a deep, deep, deep spiritual and cellular level. I really encourage you to go away and sit for a few minutes and actually do that emotional exercise that I mentioned earlier. I think you'll get amazing insights, and I think it will help you get that much closer to connecting to your own heart center and to living the beautiful, authentic life that you want. Thank you so much for watching. If you like my videos, please subscribe, and I'll see you back here soon with more life insights, wisdoms, and tools for your self-growth.